Hi again. So, I don't know if anybody remembers, but in our Halloween video, I got this really cool black cat mask. Well, I loved it, and it was on clearance. It just didn't have enough pizzazz for me. And then the other problem I had, was global situation. And, while that's everybody's problem, I found that I just did not feel stylish enough. So, I decided to get a little fun with masks. As you recall, this used to be all weird silver. It was a splotchy color, and personally I like black with more definition. So we just gave it a nice big old spray of black paint all over it. And for the record, low odor spray paint is not as real as you think it is because this still smelled like a lot. So I think the low odor was just a lie. Sparkle, sparkle. Now I have a lot of bits and bobs lying about, and so of course I had to cover it in the most steampunk way I possibly could. I may or may not have started with a plastic spider. Don't judge me. I'm using Loctite superglue mainly because this is the only superglue that I really like that holds things down in 30 seconds and actually works. It's a pain in the butt when you have to hold glue for 40 hours. I can't do that. I've got things to do. This stuff works really well. I recommend it for jobs like this. Look at all my pretty washers. Then I took a lovely piece of chain that I had and I wrapped it around the goggle part to kind of make a cool dripping effect, if that makes any sense. And I have a silver chain on one side and a black chain on the other because it felt pretty to me. So I have a few earring sets that I don't really want to wear anymore on my body, but I thought they would look really cool on this cat's ears. And yes, this is a very dangerous way of drilling holes into something, but you know what? I am not careful. So I took the earrings and put them in like regular earrings so that I could interchange them whenever I wanted. I also had a couple of chains where I did a cool effect of it going from the ear to the goggles, like a little old lady, and that's okay. I recommend that even if you have jewelry that you decide you don't want to wear anymore, save it in your craft stuff because it really comes in handy for this kind of thing. And contrary to what this picture shows currently, I did not keep the tiny skulls on top of the spikes because they did not stay on properly, even with my fantastic glue. So they will be removed shortly, but that is okay. I also took this luminescent glow-in-the-dark green paint and painted over the lightning bolt on the goggles as well as the spider that I glued on earlier. Time for the actual usable mask. Now, I have not dyed many things in my life, so this took a little bit of effort on my part. Just follow the instructions on the dye, whether it be the packet or the bottle, and do the best you can. Also, beware of boiling water while filming. Now, I did not completely follow the instructions. I did a lot of guesswork because I did not have the ability to keep this on top of a stove and keep it hot for long periods, similar to when I did my broom video. This is salt. They say to add dish soap and salt. I don't have dish soap. I have Dr. Bronner's. So I had to grind down some of my sea salt and my Dr. Bronner's to put into this. Time to add the masks. So pearly white. Let's ruin them. And we stir. And don't they look pretty? I was lied to. I thought the full thing was going to dye like this. It was a lie! You can already see the dye running off the stitching area. Live and learn. Oh yeah, there you go. Dump the masks into the dirty sink. Congratulations. Yes, back into the bucket. Because now it is time to cold rinse them before washing them in the washer. See, at this point I was already noticing it came off of the stitching. But at least it looks good on that part, and it kind of looks cool with the white stitching and the black mouth part. So now it's time to get creative. So I have a couple of necklace chains that I don't use anymore, as well as this it's called a slave bracelet, and it's a bracelet that goes around your wrist and then attaches to a ring on your hand. Well, I haven't worn it very much, so I decided to take it apart and, well, fabric glue it onto the mask. So I put the bracelet part around on the top of the mask and glued it down with the fabric glue. This is very good fabric glue because it is washable so that I can continue to wash this mask and keep it clean for the duration of the global issue, as well as, wearing cool things in the future. And then I took a couple of jump rings and worked on trying to figure out how I really wanted the chains to hang around the face part. I found the easiest thing was to jump ring them together and then just hook them on the side. Now I glued down a couple of the corners of the metal pieces that are going to be across the bridge of my nose. I didn't want it all the way glued down because I wanted it to be able to bend with my face. So I just did a couple of the corners, stuck it down, and let it dry like that. This glue is amazing. I will leave a link below. Then for my beautiful man's mask, I was going to do a interesting, blood drip looking thing, as well as trying to do something cool, and this paint unfortunately was very old. This is very old puffy paint back from when we were dating. So it was very awkward and I had a hard time making it work. Lesson learned by new puffy paint. Don't use what is essentially 10-year-old puffy paint. Now while the other mask is drying, I do a little touchy up and add some safety pins to the sides for a cool look. On the other mask, I did a kind of smiley face. And because these masks are double lined, I only have to do it on the first layer so the metal part will not touch my face or stab me. Now it is time to show off the product. So yeah, I think these all turned out looking really cool. I recommend definitely using the Loctite glue, like I said, for this project, but I think overall it looked really cool. And I did glue in some felt because the whole thing was just plastic leaning against your head and it hurt. And I want to be able to wear this. So yeah, I did that. If you can see, this right here is actually pretty special to me, this octopus. I got this from a friend in college. I have not seen her in years. It's really sad, but I thought that it was just too cute and too cool not to add to my steampunk cat mask. I think overall it turns out really awesome, and I will say if you have a level that like the plastic around the little level parts have broken, or you have a broken tape measure that has these little levels on it, save them for these projects because they are plastic seal tight little things with the bubble and the liquid, and because it's the green liquid on I think most of them, if not all, it looks like an industrial steampunk situation. So I say that looks really cool. Finished cat mask looks really awesome and I feel really cool in it, and it pairs nicely with my face mask. And I have to say, reusing little pieces of jewelry for this kind of stuff is a lifesaver, because even if you don't wear that jewelry anymore on your, regularly, it can work really well for projects like this, like extra chains, extra pieces of jewelry. It's perfect. And I've gotten quite a few compliments on this mask. So I don't know, maybe I'll make a few more. Maybe I'll sell some. I don't know. Dazzle your mask up a little bit, especially since you can't show off your lipstick. Common problem, right? But yeah, I think I look pretty cool. Alright, so stay safe, stay fashionable, and try to make some of your own steampunk stuff out of stuff you just have lying around, because you might make something cool. Alright, toodles noodles!
Tip tip. What you up to, buddy? Chilling in mommy's seat?
End card.
What about you, Shaggy? You chilling over there? Good boys.